Alright guys, so I've been having issues with my screen recorder, so I'm gonna stop here in a sec after I tell you guys what we're gonna do and just check it out. So we're gonna do like a TradingView 101 real quick for anybody who isn't familiar with TradingView a whole lot, and if you guys need help using it. So that's what we're gonna do right here. And the first thing you guys are gonna do when you go to tradingview.com, right? It's gonna bring, you're gonna get to this page basically, or you might be to a different home page, but you'll be here. You guys are gonna want to make an account. After you guys make your account, it's free to make an account. After you guys make an account, you guys are want to go over here and select like the package that you guys are gonna be using, right? So you guys can use whatever, essential, plus, premium. I recommend use at least plus. Uh, Essential only allows you to have 2 charts per tab, so split screen at the most. Plus allows you to have 4, and premium allows you to have up to 8 of them, right? And there's also like professional ones, but you don't need the professional ones. Those are for other people. But I use premium. I always buy it during Black Friday because it's super cheap. And this gives me everything that I personally need. I get the seconds charts and also stuff. Um, Go to explore available markets afterwards, and you guys are going to have your data packages that you need. Essentially, you could just have a free account where you just buy and sell from, I believe, and you have the and you just buy data. The data that we use here is the CME group, right? E-mini included. It's $7 a month, super affordable. That's the one we use, so you're gonna add that to your guys' package as well. When you guys are setting up your profile and buying your plan and all that stuff, um, and then you guys are gonna have access to your charts. Once you guys have real-time data, uh, let me reset this back to normal so we could go over that stuff. Once you guys have real-time data though, you guys are gonna have this little green circle right here that tells you that the market's open and it's current. If it's delayed, it's gonna be orange, and it's not gonna be current. Like right now, the time I'm in the West Coast, but it's 7:48, right, which is 10 on the East Coast, which is 22:45 on the 24-hour clock, or 22:48 because this is a 5-minute candle and it's almost done. So you can see that my time, you guys can see that it's current right now with what I use. Okay. So first things first, right? Let's here we go. We're gonna start on a blank chart. After you guys got your TradingView account up and your plans picked and your data purchased, this is what you guys are gonna have on this blank chart, like this. So the first thing that I would do, because especially right now, because contracts are rolling over, is come down here, click your B adjust, right? And this is going to be the adjustment for the current contract changes. You click that, you guys are going to have a regular chart, right? It's going to update it. The second thing you guys are going to do is go here, and you guys will see you can toggle your chart from regular trading hours, which is 9:30 to 4:15, or electronic trading hours, which is 23 hours a day, right? With a break between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern, right? The second thing you guys are gonna, or the next thing you guys are gonna do is go right here and adjust your time zone. I personally like to use New York time. I'm in the West Coast, but everything I do is gauged to New York, so I use UTC 5. But wherever you guys are at, you can adjust it. If you guys are in LA, you can put it to LA time and adjust it to fit wherever you're at, right? After that, what I recommend you guys do is go over here. If this is off, click this little paper with the lines on it, right? The little list. Click your watch list, click this plus, and start adding your symbols, right? So if you guys trade NQ, hit NQ, add NQ. You guys can add NQ1 for the continuous contract, which is right here. Mine's already added, so I don't have a plus symbol, but click it. So go down the line, start adding all your guys' assets that you guys watch. Here's all mine. After they're in here, you guys can click them and drag them for wherever you want it to fall on the list. And you can also right click in this area and you guys can add a section. It'll separate it and then you can put different assets in the different section. You can right click it and rename it to whatever you guys want, right? So that's super helpful. Let's get rid of that. And then you're here. That's the next thing I would do. After that, you guys are going to want to mess around with the tools, right? Get your chart set up so that way you guys are going to have your tools on here. This is my quick toolbar, so the tools that I use the most every day are already on there. So what you guys are going to want to do is go up here. This will give you your cursor, right? If you want to cross with a crosshair, that. If you just want to dot with a crosshair, you got the dot, and etc. So whatever your preference is there, you guys can use. Come over here, and to add your tools to the toolbar, all you're going to do is get the tool that you use and put the star next to it, right? So you can see I use trend line, horizontal ray, and the vertical line from this list. You guys could come to this list and you got your fib. I add my fib. If you use any of this other stuff, you guys can add it to that. There's all these selections, the different patterns you guys can use. If you guys use those, Elliott wave stuff is right here, whatever, you guys can add those. Projections, or say like a long position and short position, I use those frequently so I can gauge my profit and loss in a trade. And you can see here's the long position. You click it, it gives you that little P&L box, right? And you can adjust your stop and your profit to see what your risk to reward is and all of that stuff. You guys can add those to the chart. And basically just go down the line and add the different tools that you guys use. Trend line is probably going to be one that's used a lot. It's not only diagonal lines, right? It's also any which way you want it to be. And if you guys are using the trend line and you click shift, it's going to give you a straight line here. If you click shift when it's in an angle, it's going to give you a 45-degree angle. But if you do it here and you want it straight down, you guys are going to have it here like this, sideways, and it'll be straight. So that's a helpful thing to know, the trend line. So yeah, go down here and do all that. If you guys put this magnet on right here, this little magnet, right, toggle it on and off, what it's going to do is when you're drawing, it's going to lock your crosshair on to the part of the candle. So let's make them bigger so you can see this candle right here. I got the bottom of the wick. Or if you have it locked on and you go up, it'll put it to the close of the candle because it's a red candle. The close is the lower portion of the body. If you move it up again, it'll move it to the open, and then up again, it'll move it to the high, right? So you have all the sections of that right there. I like having the magnet on because it gives me exact levels when I'm drawing, so it helps. I don't have to guess or rough it, so I really recommend using that. You guys can lock your drawings ever so you don't mess them up. So if you're not going to be drawing anymore, you can lock them, so you can do it like that. And then this little button right here, this will hide your drawings, right? So if you guys have say you have a zone drawn, this right here will hide them and you can click them on. So if you have a bunch of drawings and you want to get rid of them for a second, instead of deleting it, you guys can just click that and it'll take it away. This little paper clip looking thing, what that's going to do, you have two options. So you have new drawings will sync to layout. So if you have, say, multiple time frames of the same asset here and you draw it on this one, it's going to draw it on the other ones as well. That's the one I use personally. And if you guys do new drawings will sync globally, when you place a drawing here, it's going to copy that drawing to everywhere that you use NQ. So like you can see up here, I have a bunch of different layouts that I use. So if I use that on mine, it will draw it on one chart, but it'll put it on all my layouts, which I don't personally like. So I just use new drawings in layout. If you guys click the trash can, you guys can remove drawings, indicators, and remove drawings and indicators from it. And that's an easy way to just clean up your chart real fast. After you guys go through and you add all your favorite tools, right, to your toolbar, here's your toolbar. You can click it and drag it around by clicking those little 6 dots. I usually have mine right there. Up here at the top, you guys can see I have all the time frames that I personally use. Yours will not have this right away. So what you want to do is click this little drop down menu and go through and just put a star next to all of the time frames that you use. And you can see the 15-second right here. If I unstar it, it's gone. If I star it, it brings it back. And you guys can have those all really quick at your fingertips to switch between. So no matter what time frame you're using, you guys are gonna have it right there, right, at all times. Here's where you can select the different kind of candlesticks or bar or whatever it is that you guys are gonna use. I just use candles, regular. Here's where you guys can search and use different indicators. Click on the indicator word and you guys can search for whatever it is, right? If you trade with FEGs, you guys can search your FEG indicators, etc. The same idea goes for right here. You guys star it and save it to your favorites, right? If it's one you're going to use regularly on different layouts and you don't want to search for it whenever you need it, it'll do that and it'll save it right here in your favorites, or it'll save it in this drop down menu right here for you. Also, another cool thing, say I'm going to add something, an indicator to my chart. I added it. It's going to show it up here. I don't like having all this extra stuff on it. So if you right click your open, high, low, close, you guys can get rid of that stuff, right? By clicking those, and then it just has the name. If you put your mouse over the name of it, it'll bring up, you can, here's the indicator right here, right? This watermark. Put your mouse over it. You guys can toggle the indicator on and off with the eyeball. You can open the settings for it, so you can adjust the settings to your indicators right here, which I'm not going to do. And you can trash the indicator as well by removing it. And now you guys can see that it's gone. If you guys want to go, you can also save them as templates too, which I don't personally do. But if you guys want to do back testing, that's going to be your bar replay right here. You click bar replay. You can have these settings right here at the bottom of this drop down menu. So you can select a bar you want to put it to, right, with this little snippet tool. You guys can use a select date, which you guys pick a certain date. So say you want to go back, pick a random day. You just click OK and it takes you there, right? Or you can go here to random bar and you guys can literally have it pick a random bar for you to start from. And you guys can start from there. Here's your buy and sell buttons when you're back testing. You can click buy. You can adjust the TP and the stop loss. And this is where you will adjust how fast you want it to go. If you run it to run on 10x speed, you can do that. When you click play, it runs fast. Pause it. If you want to go forward one bar, that's what this one does. And if you want to jump up to current time, that's what this one does. And it tells you, there you go, I lost $720 on there. And it gives you a cool little thing, and then it'll set you back to current time, right? There we go. And then I'm going to close out my back tester because we're not using it. Aside from that, if you guys go over here to this, where this little square is, layout, this is going to let you choose your chart layouts. So if you guys have a split screen, you have ES over here and NQ over here, you guys can have them split. If you use 3 charts, right, NQ, ES, say in the dollar index, now I got NQ, ES and the dollar index on there. So you guys can choose how many screens you want in one layout, right, with that. If you go down here to this drop down, you guys want to turn on autosave, right, have that on so anything you guys do is saved automatically. And then if you guys ever want to share your charts with anyone, make sure sharing's turned on, and you can copy the link to your chart and you can send them it in a message or a direct message or something. And then they'll have access to your chart. It won't be direct access, like they can't edit or do anything, but they'll be able to view your levels and stuff like that. If you guys are going to save a layout, you can rename it whatever you want. This is the one I use for back testing. Name it, click save. All your recent layouts will be put right here. And you can also save, do these, star these as well. And then when you click down on that, it's going to show them. You easily to click them right there, right? 1, 2, 3. It'll have those things. It'll have your IB, right? 150, intraday, whatever the first letter is, it'll be saved up there. If you guys go to load layout, all the layouts you guys have saved will be right there. And you guys can delete them or star them just like we just did from this area. Yeah, that's all, pretty much all for this section. And yeah, that's it for all the things around the perimeter. Okay. Okay. So the next part you guys are going to want to see is the settings for this stuff. So right click on your chart in a blank area, go over here, you guys can enter your settings for the chart. We'll start up here on the symbol. Right here is where you change the color of the candles. If you want them to be different colors, you guys can change them all. So we'll change them all to different green for you guys to see. The border is the outline and the wick is the wick. If we're going to use different color for the down close candles, you guys can do that as well by changing all these. Elect trading hours and regular is also switched here as it is down there. Keep adjust for contract changes on. Unless you guys are using an exact contract like NQZ, keep this on if it's on the continuous contract, which is NQ1. This gives you your time zone, and don't worry about this, just leave it on default. Status line, this is going to be this area up here, so maybe I don't want the logo on there, maybe I don't want the title, whatever it is. You know, you guys can adjust this stuff to get rid of whatever it is. Open market lets you know this right here, tells you it's open, right? Market's open, you get rid of that, it takes it away. The chart values is the open, high, low, close. What this does is if you hover over a candle, it tells you the values for that candle, right? The open of it, the high of it, the low of it, the close of it. And you can adjust the background to just everything. Everything's super customizable. The scales and lines, you guys can adjust all this stuff. I probably would just leave all of it as default, whatever it is default. The only thing I would change personally, and it's up to you, is the date format, depending on how you read dates, or the 24 to 12 hours. And what that does is it changes the time on the chart down here to a midnight to midnight instead of 24 hours around the clock, right? Like military time. So I like mine on 12. Your canvas is going to be where you guys can change the background. So say you got gradient, right? It makes it two-toned. You guys use solid, it'll give you guys solid chart. Change the color, right? Grid lines, you're gonna see these little white squares back here. You guys can do vertical, however you want for the grid lines. Your crosshair, which is the icon I have right there, my pointer. You guys could change the color of the crosshair. Adjust the text size and the text font on it as well. Anything you guys want, you guys can adjust it right here. This will be all the aspects of the chart. Leave all this stuff down here, however it is. Trading, buy, sell buttons, right? Gone. That's these up here. Your buy and sell. I have instant order placement on myself. I'll tell you why in a sec. You can have sounds when you enter if you would like, and you can check the sounds right here. You can adjust your profit and loss, right, as it's in the trade for money, ticks, or percent. I use ticks. I don't use the reverse button, so I uncheck mine. The orders is going to show your order, which is the one right at the time of. Brackets will be your stop loss and your TP. Change it to ticks or money, whichever you want. Executions on or off. It's going to, basically what that's going to do is, well, here, I'll show you. If you have executions on, and you come down here, this is where you guys connect your brokers, right? We'll connect paper trading for this right now. This is where it shows your executions, right? So if you have executions off, you don't see that. On, you see the arrows, or you see the execution labels, right, for it right here. And let's enter a trade so we can show you guys some stuff. So there you go. It's in ticks, or you can have it in money. You see how it changes. Yeah, so those are the adjustments for that. I'm gonna leave executions off for now because it just clouds it up. And close this out. Alerts, you guys can set your alerts for your settings and the events. I never use these two, but I use the others. After you guys have your chart configured the way you want, go down here and do save as and save it as a template. So if somehow it gets taken away, you guys could just come back over here and turn it on and pick the one you guys had, and it'll set it back up for you, just exactly the way you had it. This is the recent template I'm using, but you guys can see I have multiple saved with different color schemes and stuff. And that's just a real easy way I have it on there for that stuff. Okay, if you guys are paper trading, you saw how I connected the paper trading account, right? Down there, it'll bring your guys' stuff up here: history, account history, trading journal, positions, orders, all of that stuff will be right here for you guys to do. And I'll show you guys a couple ways to buy and sell on paper trading, and if you guys hook your broker up to it. So one of the ways obviously is to click buy and sell up here, and you guys can adjust the number of contracts you guys want real easy by just going up here and adjusting them to whatever number. You guys can adjust it to the numbers there. You click buy, it's gonna buy. You click sell, it's gonna sell, right? Super easy. If you guys are in paper trading, the cool function with paper trading, which is not like this with your brokers, but say you click buy, you guys can drag your stop loss and your TP wherever you want, right? And then it tells you right here in money how much it is, or if you have it set to ticks, it tells you how much it is. So that's one function that's not there when you guys are in a broker account, or if you hook up your prop firms to this, that's not going to be on there. But you guys will see your guys' account balance right here as well for your paper trading, and for any account that you guys hook up, your info is going to be right there. And you can drag this stuff up and down by doing that right there. So let's unhook this real fast. Log out of paper trading. This is where you guys are going to go to connect your broker, or if you're on a prop firm that uses like Tradeovate, for example, like you can see I have MFF, you could go there and connect your MFF accounts to it, right? And you just log in through right there and it does it. The only downside is if you guys copy trade through Tradeovate, you can't use the trade copier with TradingView. So I don't personally like MFF. I have 3 accounts right now. I don't trade through TradingView with it linked because I can't copy to all the accounts. Now, if you guys use the Affordable Indicators trade copier that a lot of people in our group, Traders Reborn, do use, what you guys are going to want to do is connect your main Tradeovate account, your lead account, right? On your Affordable Indicators, it's going to be a Tradeovate as the lead account, and you log into it with here. Then you trade with your lead account, right? And it will copy to all your following accounts if you guys want. It's pretty good. It's not horrible. Just be aware sometimes there is a little bit of lag communicating between TradingView and your brokerage platforms or the trade copiers, so sometimes it might not get the best fills, but generally it's really, really close. And that's how you guys will log into that stuff. So once you guys are logged in there, like I said, if you have Tradeovate hooked up to it and you want to go place an order, you can absolutely do it here. What I do if I'm doing it is I right click, I go to trade, and then I go to create new order. Oh wait, my bad, paper trading. Trade, create new order, and it pops this window up, right? So here I could decide if I'm gonna mark it in, if I'm gonna set a limit order, or a stop order for somewhere. But say we're gonna market order, take profit, stop loss. I'll have this open, and when price gets to an area that I want to market from, I'm getting the reaction I want, right? And it's a buy, right? You can switch between selling or buying right here. I'll mark it in, and boom, it sets my stuff up, right? And you guys could see the TP is way up there right now. And you guys can also click and drag on these, on the stop loss and the profit target real easily when they're on there as well. This is your reverse. I don't ever use it. I usually have it off, but it's on there. So that's one way you guys can place the orders. This was the other way with the buttons. When you do it with the buttons, it doesn't pop up your brackets. And then the other way you guys can access the orders is with this little circle and square right here. You guys could do that, right? Create new order. It's going to give you the same thing. Or say you want to set a limit up here, right? You click that and you can do a sell limit, right? If you're above price, it's going to give you a sell limit and a buy stop. If you're below price, it's going to give you a buy limit and a sell stop. So keep that in mind too. If you guys know that above price, buy stop, sell limit. Below price, buy limit, sell stop. Okay, so it changes depending if you're above or below where the current price is. And then you can also access your trade settings right there. That's pretty much it. I really recommend going in here, playing with things. I got some more in the tools down here I'll show you. But go through all your settings, play around with the settings. That's how I figured this out. I just went through and literally started changing everything and messing with it so I knew where everything was when I needed to be able to do something. So you guys can do that, right? I showed you the indicators. It puts it over here. You mess with the settings. If you guys use a tool, so let's go over how to adjust the tool settings. So there, I drew a line, right? It's a green line. If you guys right click that, you can pop down here and it's going to give you the settings for the drawing. You know the drawing selected because you have that. Here you guys can change the color of it, the thickness of it. You can add text to it if you want, right? Have it go over there. The text alignments right here. If you want it in the middle of the line, you want it on the top, you guys want it on the bottom, you want it on the right, you want it on the left, center. Whatever it is, you guys have it right there and you can adjust it for all of these. They're all the same way. And then say you guys have certain lines you use a lot. Like I have these templates. You guys can access the templates right here through the settings menu. Or once you guys have it figured out in your settings, toolbars up here for that drawing, you can access them right there. So I use, 4-hour FVGs that I label, it does it. I'll use daily FVGs, it labels, it does it. Lunch high, right, labels my lunch high. Previous day low, previous day high right there. So you guys can access your templates through right here, and you can also save them as a template. So say this is a new line, say it is for whatever it is, it's ABCD, ABCD line, and you guys are gonna save it. You go over here to template, save as, type the name you guys want it to be, and then it's gonna save it right there, right? And then when you go to templates, see where that one was at. It's got it saved right there, and then it's good to go. And I'm gonna delete it because obviously I don't use that. So that's there. That's how you adjust your settings for all your drawings. You have a box, right? Right click it, template. You guys can go down here and you can change it to whatever box it is. Access the settings, and you guys can add text to it. You guys can add style or change the colors of it, right? If you have a border color, you guys can see the border changes it like that. The middle line adds that 50% mark on it, and the background is going to be the actual color of that box. You guys can make the middle line solid, or you can make it dashed, and you can have it extend or not extend, right? And now I think TradingView added a new feature where with your boxes, say this was a 4-hour FVG, right? Now they actually will extend it all the way to the right, which is cool. It used to stay inside the box, but now it goes over. So you guys can save a different box zone for everything you guys want, if you want to do it like that. And then all your templates, like I said, they're all going to be right there for you. And you guys can just right click the drawing that you made and access all your templates right here real easy, right? Whatever it is, right? And all your stuff is set there real easy. It's the same for every drawing, right? Every drawing you can edit. Your Fibonacci, right? You can edit it. The Fibonacci, I definitely say if you use different fibs, save a template, because the settings on the fibs, if you don't, you have to go in here and check, uncheck, or adjust these, adjust the colors, whatever it is every time. So instead of that, you guys have your templates right here. and they're real easy to get to, right? All the different templates that you have for it, right? Deviations, whatever it is, right? It's all right here for you guys. So you guys have it, easy access. And I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have a bunch of drawings, I think I already showed you this, but I'll just show you one more time. Right, drawings. You want to clear your chart, you guys could just go here, remove the drawings, or you could right click the chart and remove the drawings there. A lot of stuff you guys do to click over here, you guys can also do it by here. And I think that's it, pretty much. If you guys use Tradeovate, anyone in the group, Tradeovate, I don't have it linked up right now, but it's not going to let me in because you could see TradingView has not been given access to my account. So you actually have to go into Tradeovate and grant it access to use it. So make sure you do that. If you guys are going to be linking it, you're going to have to make that happen. Yeah, that's it. Anyone in our group, if you guys got questions regarding how to use TradingView, you guys can message me. Hit me up. I'll help you figure out whatever it is. And that is it.